Hello, everybody. I'm Zoe Elton here on day 3 of the Mill Valley Film Festival. Welcome to our daily live stream. Shout out to our sponsors, Make It Better Media Group, and just knowing that you and your friends and family can join us here through the Marin Magazine Facebook and Twitter feeds, but also on the Mill Valley feeds, which would be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So lots of ways to be here now. I also want to bring in my great friend and colleague, Joao. Joao, are you there? Yes.
I'm here.
Hey there. And we're going to be talking today about the strand, which is named Surprise.
Yeah.
This strand is sponsored by the San Francisco Chronicle. So that is kind of great. But I kind of, I think, Joao, I don't know about you, but I think that actually putting together something like Surprise was kind of fun because there were there were quite a
It's,
few very surprising films this year.
I love to talk this with you because we both agree in many of that films. We have this consensus that we all love that. I love that. Oh, it's so
Right.
intriguing. Oh, it's fantastic. Or, we have all this really, and also we are talking about strands. That's fantastic new form to the categories to explore our films now.
Yeah,
And yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, I love it. I
Yeah, I
love
know.
it.
It's like, I mean, we've now sort of started playing with the strands from the inside out and from the outside in. So I felt that it was actually really kind of cool to, go through the films that we'd been seeing, many of
Mhm.
which I just fell in love with, and think, well, where does that actually reside? And it's, I mean, we've got, Seven Prisoners, we've got Memoria,
Oh
we've got
my God.
Bergen's
Yeah,
Island, a lot of surprising films, but surprising in very, very different ways.
totally. It's a form to see. You can sometimes to evoke another perspective to watch that film,
Yeah,
and they moved you to another side and said, "Wow." you know and
right.
that's the case of La Civil. La Civil, for me,
Yeah.
it's directed by the female filmmaker Teodora Ana Mihai. It's for me it's the most impactful movie this year that we saw, that
Mm.
both from Mexico, and that you play tomorrow actually in San Rafael. And it talks about this mother, and we love it since the first moment we watch.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, and I think it was one of those. I mean, you and I have talked about this, before, but it's one of those films where you see, what it's about, you might think, I don't want to go there today, but that central performance is so
Oh my God.
amazing, both
Yeah.
as a performance, but also in terms of the story arc and where it takes you to by the end of the film.
Yeah,
Really
totally.
exceptional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's based on a real mother, the activist, and Miriam Rodriguez is based on her life that
Hmm.
she was killed, the mother, that story. I don't, not
No,
the movie, okay,
spoilers
guys,
here.
I'm not spoiling. Yeah, it's spoiler. It's not spoiler, but it is. It's a fantastic and touching and surprisingly. That's why we were here to talking about
Right.
as Seven Prisoners. I'm so happy to bring that, for us to as a U.S. premiere. La Civil is not a North American premiere. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
honor for us, to have that. And also Seven Prisoners, we have the U.S. premiere, and is a Brazilian American director. He's a young director that 2 years ago he got this Spirit Awards, yeah, as a
Right.
director to be watched. And
Right.
definitely Alex Morato is a director to be watched. It's a sophomore. We are bringing his sophomore film right now, The Seven Prisoners, and it's totally social thriller. Oh, I think is another one that you need to be watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and as you're talking about, you know, US premieres and all that kind of thing, I think that's the thing, you know, with a film festival in general, is that you get a chance to see things for the first time. And one of the things that I love is not having a lot of, you know, buzz or reviews and
Around.
so on, you know, and that you get to see it in a very, very pure way. I kind of love that. I mean, I felt like that with Memoria, you know, right? Which is now
Yeah.
the international Oscar nominee from Colombia,
Oh yeah, I know that's
right?
any Memoria. What a surprise movie.
Yeah,
Let's talking about Memoria is kind of sensory movie and really surprise, intriguing,
yeah,
extreme. You know, for
yeah.
me. And Tilda Swinton,
Oh my God.
she delivers a great performance, and that woman with that, I love it. I'm you know
Yeah.
like just say because I love Tilda, as I love Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, as soon as
Oh
you
my
started
god!
talking about Tilda, I started thinking about Penelope Cruz as well in parallel.
Yeah, because it's impossible. No, don't say one is Spanish, another it's an
No,
English language, but she speaks Spanish in this. I'm talking about Tilda
yeah.
in the Memoria. She
How,
is the
how is her Spanish, by the way?
I think it's pretty good, pretty good. I think it should have a good coach. She
Somebody
does
who does
pretty
the
good.
work, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because it's a little, the film is a little slow burning, you know, and
Yeah.
that yeah, and it's easy, no easy because to perform in another language, I know how it's difficult to like. I'm here talking to you in another language that's not my
Yeah.
first language,
Yeah.
and that I know how difficult it is, and mainly when you are in situations like audience or working or shooting a film. But she did it. She delivers
Yeah.
pretty well. And
Yeah.
let's talk about Penelope.
Oh
Penelope.
God.
Oh my God.
You know, what's so interesting is like, I mean, I'm just thinking about the surprises in these films, you
Hmm.
know, and that they, you know, it's like you stay with them and they evolve. They're not just like, they're not, none of them is written in a way that is rote. You know, it's not act
No.
one,
Yeah.
act two, but yeah, Penelope Cruz in Almodovar's new film, Parallel Mothers,
Oh my
divine.
God.
I
It's
love
a
that film.
yeah, and she won the best actress in Venice last month for this film because
Yeah,
the world premiere was in Venice,
right.
and now we will have this premiere here in Mill Valley, and we are so happy now with the movie. We were like, when are you gonna watch? When are you gonna watch? Yeah. And
Yeah,
we
right.
love it. We
Yeah,
love it since the beginning, and I'm surprised how Almodovar, that is my icon director
yeah,
in Spanish, director, filmmaker, and how he delivers in different ways. Now from the past, he is still
yeah,
there, but he talks about politician and everything. The story involves like that, the family, the past, Franco, and everything. No,
yeah, yeah.
it's really good. It's
Yeah,
like
it's so true. I mean, it's sort of in this framework of archaeology, but the
yeah,
archaeology is both
total. Oh my
physical archaeology and personal archaeology,
yeah,
really. And the way that he weaves it together is so exquisite. I mean, he's such a masterful filmmaker. You
yeah.
know, he and you know, I think the thing that I loved about it, Joao, is that there is a sensibility that is just sort of inherently queer in the film. You know, I mean, it just he has, as a gay man who's been, you know, working in cinema all his life, gone from, you know, the early work, which was very punchy and very,
Totally, yeah.
very original,
Young kid, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and he's become, you know, really one of the most masterful filmmakers, you know, working today. And it's just so great to see that. It just the sensibility of his
The
filmmaking.
sensibility and
Yeah,
his voice becomes so important
right.
in the many of countries like we are showing here in United States, and it's so important to see that.
Right.
And I love it too. I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's one of my favorite,
Yes.
direct filmmakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we are so. excited and talking to you guys that are
Right.
watching us today because we are so thrilled. I need to say, yesterday was my first introduction for the festival, and I love that all our audience came afterward to talking to me and to talk. We have the filmmaker there yesterday for the Q&A, that is a conversation, and how they were in love to back to the theaters. And
Yeah.
I'm have goosebumps, to talking about that because I'm so
Yeah.
thrilled to be there.
Yeah, I was doing, I think I forget, you were in the Rafael as well last night, is that right?
No, I was in
In
Sequoia last
Sequoia,
night.
yeah.
My last day yesterday was my day in Sequoia.
Yeah, and my day last night was in the Rafael, and
Yeah, you Jenny Campion.
with Jane Campion, yeah.
Yeah.
And as we did the introduction, and then we stood to one side to make sure that the sound was okay. And I tell you, I found myself just getting completely drawn into the film again. And I just wanted to stay there, And I think that that's true with everything that we're seeing in theaters. Now, that's not to say that there is not great stuff happening online as
For
well.
sure, for sure.
That's the
But
that's the important thing to remember. Like, for instance, the shorts in Surprise, you can find the shorts programs on our online set selections as well. And we should say and go there too.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we should probably sign off.
Yes.
You
And unfortunately, we have a lot to talk. We have man, this year, as another years, but the year is this. I think we are just starting the festival, and you have this fantastic, extraordinary films waiting for you guys. You needed to check it out. And I'm so thrilled again to say that. I'm happy.
Yeah. So in the surprise selection included, there's also Bergman's Island, The Rescue, Spencer,
another great.
And the two shorts programs are From Fairies to Fatalities and The Ocean. So please join us in real life and online for the Mill Valley Film Festival. And we'll see you again on our live stream tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.